everybody, it's me, Tess, with Tess Loves Yarn. And you guys, I am here in the yarn room this morning, and I am going to be reviewing a very popular item that is sold on Amazon, Barnes& and Nobles, and some other websites out there. All you have to do is Google the Granny Square card deck by, let's see, Claire Montgomerie. Yeah, sorry about that. This is by Claire Montgomerie. Now, before we get into this review, I want to point out that there is like a dupe or a counterfeit of this product out there. I have seen people who have ordered it and have been basically scammed because it is not the same product. It's a little smaller and it's very, very cheaply made, very flimsy, where this is very well made. I mean, you hear that? This box is super heavy. It's very nice. The size of it is about 4 1/4, and that's square. So about 4 1/4 square. It's just really high quality. Whoever made this or produced this, they did a great job. Just the quality is remarkable. So be a little leery of when you're ordering this. If the price is really low, then I think that's a sign that you're getting the dupe, and I believe it comes from China, and it usually takes several weeks to get it. Okay, now the legitimate Granny Square card decks I know are sold at Barnes& and Noble. Amazon had several different sellers, and some were selling this, they were selling this for $10, and the delivery date was like 3 weeks away. I can almost guarantee you that's coming from China. Okay, just putting that out there. And because of the cheap price and where I believe it's coming from, it is probably one of those copies, counterfeit copies. So really watch where you're buying it from so that you don't get scammed on that. The price on Amazon and Barnes& and Nobles for this product is about $20. So just keep in mind as you're looking for this, if you're interested in getting this, keep in mind that the cheapest price is not always the best thing for you to buy because it may be a substandard product. Okay, just throwing that out there. Now, I will leave a link to the real product that is on Amazon. Um, they are not available yet, still not available on Amazon, but I believe they are coming. They are coming in on Tuesday, which is October 15th. So if you can wait a few days and order it on October 15th, you can order from Amazon. I actually ordered this from Barnes& and Noble because, like I said, I pre-ordered back in, I want to say the beginning of August. I pre-ordered for a September 15th release date, and I was supposed to get it on the 15th. It said, delivery scheduled September 15th. However, as we came to September 15th, I then got the message that I would not be getting one until October 15th. So what does that mean? Amazon oversold its pre-orders. So a bunch of us in the fiber community saw the Granny Square card deck and we went, ooh, wow, that's kind of cool. Let's get that. It's $20. And we all ordered it. And Amazon let us. But Amazon didn't have enough product in its warehouse to deliver to all of us who pre-ordered. I unfortunately was one of the people who didn't get the product when I was supposed to. So I canceled my Amazon order and I ordered from Barnes and Noble instead. And they had some in stock and it was delivered to me in less than a week. Pretty good, right? Yes. All right, let's get into this card deck. The number one thing I want to say about this card deck, there are no written patterns on any of these cards. These are the cards. They have a very nice photo on the front. Super thick and sturdy. I mean, these are very, very thick and sturdy. Like I said, the quality of the cards and the box is just, you can't beat it. I mean, it's great quality. Okay, so wanted to say that, but if you are a person who only reads patterns by words, then you need to know this is a diagram. Now, on the back of the cards, you have the diagram, and then you have a little section that says note, and then that kind of points out like some tips or hints on how to do this granny square. And then you have joining, and that tells you a method to join your squares, a preferred method of joining your squares. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go ahead and take these out there, and that's the bottom right here. Beautiful box. Um, so right here you have your big deck of cards. You can see how thick these are because this is only 50 cards and it's like huge. And actually I have five of the cards pulled out down here. So this is only 45 that I'm holding in my hands. But what I want to say about the diagram versus a written word pattern, if you do not know how to read a diagram, do not stress. It is super easy. And I do have a tutorial that I will link in the description box that will teach you how to read a diagram. It's very, very easy, everyone, and it's so convenient. Instead of keeping track of where you are in a long pattern of words or abbreviations for the different stitches, you can now just glance at this and see where you are. You're going around, you're watching TV, and then you're like, oh, where am I? Oh, yeah, I'm right there. Because it's just a picture, and you can look at your square and see where you are on the diagram and just pick right back up. So super easy. Like I said, if you do not know how to read the diagram, please watch my video that I'm going to link in the description box, okay? Now, it does come with this little booklet, the Granny Square card deck, and then it says 50 mix and match designs. So what this little book is, it gives you the introduction. It talks about the squares. It gives you different colors that she uses in this, so you can make any square in this card deck and put them all together and they will match because they are using the same colors. Now the colors will be in different rounds and different things like that, but all the colors will coordinate and go together. So you can make one of every square, sew them all together and make a beautiful blanket. And every square is a little different, except for what I'm going to talk about next. Let me finish going through the little booklet. There are some great little pictures to kind of explain things. And it does give you a little reading, it says reading a stitch chart. It gives you a little lesson on how to read it right here in the booklet. If you're a person who is more visual, and you want to actually see somebody do it, then watch my video. If you're good with just reading instructions, here you go. So gives you all the instructions, and it gives you the key. Now what the key is, that is the symbols that are used in the diagram, okay? And they're very simple, you guys, very simple. And these symbols are universal. So when you learn these symbols from this Granny Square card deck, you can apply this to any crochet diagram. And there are a lot of crochet diagrams out there. A lot of people prefer them, like Marley Bird. She prefers a diagram, and she uses diagrams in her patterns all the time. There, you know, lots of diagrams out there, and like I said, they're so much easier to follow than keeping track of where you are in a written pattern. Okay, so that's the booklet. And I do want to point out that in the actual booklet, there are some squares that I think she considers a little bit more involved than like a beginner, like a beginner could handle. And she does have those with some written instructions right here, but there aren't many that have written instructions. I want to say, I'll tell you, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has only 5 squares that she actually did give you the written instructions for. So you have written instructions for 5 out of the 50 squares, plus the diagram, which is on the back of the card. Okay, so just want to point that out. Now let's get into this card, these cards, okay? Because, you know, I tell you exactly what I think. I don't hold back. Um, I bought this with my very own money. Nobody gave this to me. And I bought it so that I could review it because it is very popular. Like I said, it sold out on Amazon, like boom, boom, very quickly. Okay. The thing that I want to point out about these, which was the only disappointing fact in this whole product right here, is that there are 11 cards, and I'm going to pull these 11 cards out of here. There are 11 cards in the very beginning that are the exact same pattern as each other. So what I mean by that, and I'm going to show you. Okay. Here are 5 Granny Square cards right here. And these 5 cards have the exact pattern. The only difference in these cards, this one uses 2 colors, and this is called the 2-color Granny Square. This one uses 1 color, and it's called the single color. This one is your basic, and it has a different color for every round. So this is your traditional Granny Square. Traditionally, you do a different color for every round, okay? This one is half and half. So half of your square is on a diagonal in one color, and the other half is in the other diagonal in a different color. But all this is a color change. Super simple, a color change, you know? And then same with this one. This one is called the quartered square, and that's because it is the exact same pattern as the other 5, only it uses 4 different colors in each corner, like this. But when you look at these on the back side, these are all the exact same pattern. It just tells you when to color change, and that's it. To me, that's disappointing because I have 5 cards with all the same pattern on it. I was expecting 50 totally different patterns, right? I mean, you read it, it says 50 mix and match designs. These are all the exact same pattern, these 5. So if you pull the first one out, which is this one, this is your original pattern, okay? And then these 4 are just copies of this one with just a different color change, okay? So these 4 cheated me out of 4 original patterns. You see where I'm going with this? Now, I'm not finished yet because we have 5 more that are the exact same pattern as well. And that is the solid granny square. So this is your solid granny square, and it's called solid striped because it's the traditional where every round changes color. Then, just like in the other 5 cards, you have the solid color, which is just one color. You never color change. Then you have the solid 2 color, where all you do is change the color. The center's one color, the rest of it is a different color. Then we have the half and half solid. So once again, it's on a diagonal and it's 2 different colors. Okay, same exact pattern, just 2 different colors. Okay, and then the last one in this is the quartered solid granny square. Once again, same exact pattern, it's just you change the colors in every quarter of the square. So here we go. Again, we have 5 cards with the exact same pattern. The only difference is the colors, the color changing. That's it. So that is right here, this is 10 cards. So that means we did not get 8 original designs that I believe we should have gotten because they're supposed to all be different, right? These are the exact same pattern. These are not different. The only difference is the color of the yarn. The pattern is exactly the same. Now, am I doing a little mini rant here? I might be, because I was very disappointed in this fact. Very. Because y'all know I love granny squares. I love making them. They're so quick and easy to do. And I was expecting 50 totally different designs, and I didn't get 50 totally different designs, okay? What I got instead, and there is one more. So it comes out to 11 cards that are basically have the same pattern. So you take those 11 cards and you minus the original pattern, which is the first one. So that's 2 right there. And then there's 11. So that's 9 cards that are exact, the same as one of the other cards. So instead of getting 50 original or different patterns, you're actually only getting 41. Y'all follow me here? Yeah. So that I didn't care for. Yeah, it just kind of bothered me. So, what can you do, right? This is how Claire Montgomerie did it. Now, Claire, I don't know what you're thinking of, honey, but this isn't 50 different patterns. You gave us 11 of the same, basically the same pattern as a different card. So, don't know. that's kind of like irks me. Yeah. But anyway, you have seen all of these now. Like I said, they're all the same patterns. They're just different colors. So that's these right here. And I'm going to put these back in the box. And I am going to very quickly go through and show you the other squares. The mitered solid, the stripe, the diagonal stripe, the mixed, the block stitch, the lace holes, circle to square, starburst, puff circle to square, star puff, popcorn corners, popcorn center, popcorn daisy, popcorn flower, granny star circle, daisy, cluster flower, sunflower, in a muddle, little lines, mini squares, petals and leaves, dahlia, flower power, scallop center, petals and lace, diamond, leaves, African flower, popcorn, diamond scallops, poppy, 3D flower, V-stitch, checkerboard, and then I picked 5 out. So you've seen 45 cards now. I picked 5 out and I actually made the square so I can show it to you. This one is called mitered, and this is the square right here. Okay, poof it that way. There we go. This is the square and this is the card. Okay. Granny circle to square. And here's the square. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, there's so many beautiful designs. There seriously are. You know, this is just so pretty. So pretty. Sun. And here that square is. I mean, once again, very pretty square. Wheel spoke. This one is beautiful. It's so lacy. You see that? I can put the card behind it. Look at that. Very, very lacy. And it's called wheel spoke. And then the last one I pulled out to make for you is called floral crown. And this kind of reminds me of a butterfly in a way. Floral crown. Now you guys, I did not block any of these yet. So I normally do block my granny squares. I have a granny square blocking board. And I just didn't have time to block these, but they would be perfect squares if I had blocked them. Okay, so that is the 50 cards in the deck. Like I said, you really only get 41 original patterns. Now, would I still buy this if I had known that I was only actually getting 41? Yes, I do believe it is worth it. These are very nice cards, and the diagrams are super nice, easy to read, very accurate. I did not come across any mistakes in the cards, and I did look at every single diagram just in my own mind to see if I thought there was any, like, mistakes or anything. I did not see any mistakes in any of the cards that I looked at or any of the cards that I made these squares from. Okay, so they were all perfect diagrams. So yeah, I would purchase this again, even knowing that I didn't get 50 original different patterns. So I guess if you're a person who needs to see exactly where you change the color, then this is not going to bother you. That, that it's the same exact pattern, just color changes. It's not going to bother you. However, if you're like me and I find color changes to be extremely easy, I don't need a card showing me the color changes, then you might be a little irked about it like me. But happily, I'm going to let that go now. And I am going to say, yes, this is worth $20. If you like making granny squares, um, absolutely worth $20. Very well made, very sturdy. The diagrams are perfectly pictured. You can turn the card over and look at the big picture on the front of the card to make sure that your square is looking like the diagram or the picture that's on the card. So yeah, super, super nice. Like, see, if you're making this and you're looking at the diagram, you can turn over the card and go, oh, is my square looking like this one? And you can go, yeah, it is. Or you can go, maybe not. And then you can backtrack and see where you messed up, okay? But it's super easy because it's a diagram. So I cannot reiterate enough. If you do not know how to read a diagram, please watch my tutorial below that I will link in the description because it is super easy and you will thank me for this because it opens up a whole new world, and it is, oh my gosh, 100 times easier to make something by a diagram than it is to read all the words, all the words, all the words, and keep track of all the words, all the words, right? So that is your review for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. I want to mention that my private channel memberships are now open, and if you like me and you like my content, I would be tickled pink if you would join as a private member. If you want that information, you can click that join button. It won't automatically join you. It will put up the information, and then you can determine whether you want to join or not based on the information there about my memberships, okay? Also, if you are not subscribed to my channel, my analytics told me 87% of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? Please, if you watch my videos, hit that subscribe button because that helps my channel tremendously, and it helps me to continue making the videos. If you use my Amazon links, that helps my channel too. They pay me some pennies every time somebody uses a link. It doesn't cost you anymore. It just helps my channel. So I appreciate that too. If you are a returning subscriber, you guys know, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for all of you. So grateful, and I appreciate each and every one of you like you wouldn't believe. And my 5 members that I have, I also appreciate you guys tremendously. We will be having a live tomorrow on Sunday at 2 o'clock for my private channel members. So if you want to get in on that, go ahead and check that join out, the join button, check it out. Yeah. Okay, you guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for being here. Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about those duplicate cards that are the same pattern, only with different color yarn. Tell me your thoughts. Am I overreacting? I don't know. I want to know what you think, okay? So thank you, everyone. And you know what's next. Be kind and be safe out there in the world, no matter where you are. See you all soon. Bye.